All right, we're still out here with Captain Marty at the 43rd Annual Pirates Cove Billfish Tournament. And Marty, I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. You wrangled these fine gentlemen to come over here to be a part of the program. You what?
I paid them.
Yeah. You paid them to come.
Ballyhoo. Yeah.
You know what? I'm willing to bet they accepted that payment too.
They would do, but you know, my old new one-liner is back when Ballyhoo were $1 a pack. You know, so
yes, that is your one-liner when they were $1 a pack back in what 1976.
And at one time I was the largest Ballyhoo dealer on the East Coast. Remember that one?
Yes,
yeah.
When you had the Captain Marty's, one of my favorite places in the world. Regardless, though, with us we've got a couple of gentlemen, Mr. Eric Scheavy.
Yeah, that's it, Eric Scheavy.
All right, Mr. Eric. Now you're fishing. Hold on.
I want to introduce him.
Okay, introduce him.
All right, so he's got a Captain Marty's fishing guide with my name in it. Why do you think my name is in it?
And my phone number.
Because it's your fishing guide.
What do I always ask about people? Almost everyone I meet.
Well, no, Marty, there's a lot of things there. Yeah, I mean, I figure probably like anybody that's got any good hunting land, something to that nature. But there was another piece to that, but I'll leave that off. But regardless, what do we got? All right, has he got hunting land?
I always said if a nice-looking single woman came along with hunting land, send me a picture of the hunting land, and you know maybe we meet. But these guys, he's from Alabama, and you know,
Roll Tide.
I love people from Alabama.
What, huh?
That's 4-letter words.
Oh, is that blasphemy? Is that not? Is it War Eagle?
It's War Eagle.
Got it. Okay. See, that's you understand what I just did there?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But they're off the boat, the Jesus Freak. They've been fishing. That boat's been in and out around here forever. But and then I'll turn it over to you. You got to pick up the pace and be more entertaining than I am. But yesterday they caught 4 sailfish at one time. And that's not completely uncommon. It's called a quad, basically. They caught all 4 of them and were just cool as a cucumber. And their boat is called the Jesus Freak. So instead of doing like everybody else, real official, like, okay, Jesus Freak, I said, your prayers are answered. And everybody, and Elisa here at the pavilion laughed. But they're great guys, and we have a lot in common. And they're fishing this tournament. So I'm going to let you take over, and he's going to tell you a story of what happened out there. Yeah, I never have heard ever. You know how many stories
Oh, my gosh. So a story that Marty has never heard. Right. So there's a first. Moose, are you paying attention down there? Moose is in it. Okay, so Mr. Eric, now, you know, your prayers were answered yesterday hitting that quad. So what is the captain talking about? What happened yesterday that he's never heard of happening, or whatever the case may be? Talk to me about this.
All right, so fun story. Kind of a little backstory to get in there. We lost one of our crew over a year ago, Mr. Frank, and which actually is my buddy Isaac, who's sitting here beside me, his dad. And Mr. Frank, what he said to us was, catch us a sailfish. And, you know, he had never caught a sailfish, so we're out. You know, and we do devotion on the dock and everything before we leave, and you know that's our thing. Is we're using as outreach, you know, come by, see us. But we catch a single. The captain hooks it from up top, hands it down. I catch my first sailfish there, and then we go a couple of hours, and everybody's just sitting around, and I look at Isaac, and David hooks one from up top. Captain David Walker hooks one. I said, Isaac, hand me your flat line, and you take that one from David, because, you know, catch this for your dad. And Isaac's like, okay. So he's hooked up. I've got the flat line, just holding it in my hand, and all of a sudden I just feel whack, 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 you know, on it, and I drop back. Well, at the same time, our friend Bill is on the long. He slides over beside me. He goes, I just got hit. I said, I'm hooked up. All right. Well, then we have an older gentleman that fishes with us, that when we're trying to get rods in, you know, he's a good long line fisherman there, but trying to get them in quick to back up with 3 on, then Ryan, our deckhand, takes it out of his hand. Next thing you know, Ryan's going, oh, I'm on. So now we got 4. And, you know, everybody's just kind of like, what's happening here? You know, like, we're going to lose one of these. We're getting dredges in and everything. So it works out fine, and like we get the first fish in, everybody's like, yay, you know, and then the next one's yay. Mine comes in, yay. When that 4th one comes in, we go nuts. I mean, like, it's just quads going everywhere. But it gets crazier than that. So we're all living on a high right there. we get the lines out. We're getting everything in, dredges up and everything. We start bringing our dredge up, and there's a bunch of line on it, and a bunch of green fishing line and everything. And so we start cutting it off of our dredge, and I start pulling it in. And I'm like, this is heavy. And so I keep pulling and pulling. We pull in like over 300 yards of line. And I'm like, this is heavy. Like, I mean, it's done pulled a couple times. I cut my pinky and everything where it's slipping through, you know, and I get some bigger gloves on. We start getting closer and we're like, hey, well, there's the leader. There's the wind on. Like, oh my gosh, there's a sailfish on it. So I hand lined a sailfish that was hung in our dredge. We don't know how long we've been pulling him, but we pulled him up. We pulled him up behind the boat, got a hold of him, popped the hook out, revived him, sent it off.
And we didn't
That's wild.
We didn't count that one, did we?
No.
Why can't we count that one? Because Lisa would not.
Lisa would have said no.
That's a half of a flagger. It's a half of a flag. Half a flag.
Yeah, we were going to kind of get an official ruling on that. You know, is it like is that a tiebreaker? If you get one in the dredge and hand line it in, is that a tiebreaker category?
That's some old man in the sea type stuff right there now.
That's right. You know,
What a cool story. So you guys are up here from Alabama, is that correct?
Well, I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
They're from Virginia.
Okay.
And you know, we all became friends, you know, over the last couple decades. And me and my family come up a couple times a year, but we come to this the last 7 years. My wife's fished the last 2 Alice Kellys, so it's a fun time.
Very cool. Well, that's definitely a cool story, and I wish you guys the best of luck for the rest of the tournament. And y'all obviously took the lay day today. That's accurate?
Well, you know, we had fun yesterday. We got down the sound today, and Captain called one of our guys up, and he said, hey, go down the engine room. I'm seeing some water dripping. So one of our risers on our starboard engine was leaking, and we thought it was a clamp. Tried to tighten it up. Ended up being a cracked riser. And but I will say this, you know, a shameless plug here for the cat dealer here. They came over today, pulled it off, carried it, had it fixed, got it back on, just ran it down the sound, come back. We're ready to rock tomorrow.
Gregory Pool Cat Marine Systems. I love it. Well, that's a nice little plug for them. And guys, again, glad you were able to, you know, I know it's kind of set you back maybe a little bit. You wanted to fish today, but at least you have an opportunity to fish the rest of the tournament. So good luck to you guys. Look forward to seeing y'all pop up on the CatchStat app, you know, hooked up, more sales, some blues, whites, all of it. And good luck to you guys the rest of this tournament.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we'll be back with Captain Marty again in just a little bit with more from the Pirates Cove Billfish tournament.